All right. This is a double topic video. I mentioned this in the live stream yesterday because, again, just looking at some of my video numbers, I'm blown away. But make sure you like the video. Let's try to get to 50 likes. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you are new to the channel, and hit the bell icon selecting all. That way you're notified whenever I post content to the video. And follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. This is a bold statement to make, but I did get a lot of people agree with me, or excuse me, a lot of people to agree with me during the live stream, and that's the question of, is the haves and the have-nots, I don't even know if I should say the word popular, or should I say, is there more interest in House of Payne than the haves and the have-nots? And to be honest, regardless of how lackluster House of Payne has been so far, the intrigue of seeing Miranda and Calvin, or seeing Jasmine again, I'm really talking about, throughout the entire show, not just because, well, Jasmine came last week. She did, but I mean, in terms of fan anticipation since the initial trailers came out. Oh my God, Miranda, Calvin, what's going to happen with them? Well, what's happened after she walked out? Jasmine, she's going to come back too. What's that going to look like? I've heard more people talk about that than the haves and the have-nots, and to be honest, for good reason, because season 7 ain't hitting on nothing yet. Sure, we've had a couple of shocking cliffhangers, like Vinny shooting the officer in the head and shooting Wyatt last night, but I'm just looking at my video views, and I gotta say that it's a no-brainer. Greenleaf ran circles around the haves and the have-nots, and really I'm talking about my have and have not videos as of recent, since the show came back. I'm not gonna lie, some of these videos did very, very good. I think one of the most popular videos I've done since the season 7 part 2 trailers that came out definitely was the will Mama Rose and Catherine be cellmates. I haven't checked out that video in a while, but the last time I remember looking, it was like at 70,000 something hits. But let me see if I can find it. Mama Rose, Catherine, cellmates. Okay, while I'm looking that up, I just wanted to say that tonight we have Miranda allegedly returning. Allegedly, I say allegedly because even though we've gotten screenshots and all, I'm just thinking about the fact that we've been misled before, so I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much. But I will say, 66,000. That ain't bad, 66,000. But House of Payne, man, it reminds me of when the Paynes was first announced, because a couple of my biggest videos were the Paynes related, because they were the promotional trailers, the promotional photos. But I have to say that I never in my wildest dreams would have expected a Payne's video to be one of my top videos. A House of Payne video being one of the top videos of all time, and that's the video I did about why does Malik look so different. That video is currently over 214,000 hits. Again, a video that I whipped together that's barely over 5 minutes long is a runner-up for being the top video on the channel. Now, my top video is Justin Has His Way with Jeffrey this season. That was a video I did that's over 360,000 hits. This video, Malik, is the fastest growing video on the channel, the fastest video with the most view growth. Now, currently it is let me see if I can rank it. I know this video isn't exact. Well, no, actually, I'm giving you examples as to why House of Payne is so popular compared to the haves and have-nots. But let me see if I can do a quick count, because I only have a handful of videos that even hit over 200,000. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is currently number 7. So it could easily be in the top 3 by the end of the week. It might be number 1 by the end of the month. I don't know. But I just feel like it was brought up during the live stream that, well, Jeremy, think of it this way. House of Payne has a bigger fan base. That actually is fact, because number one, House of Payne was on TBS for how long? 7 years or so. Look, I could be wrong. I don't know how long it ran. I just know it ran. It's like one of, if not the longest running black sitcoms of all time. Because I think, what was it? The Jeffersons and the Cosby Show were up there, and House of Payne ranked somewhere amongst them. I honestly don't know the facts off the top of my head, but being on TBS was another big, plus versus the haves and have-nots, because more people have TBS than they have the own network. And yeah, so regardless of how season, and now we're looking at House of Payne on BET. Yeah, a platform way more people have. So I feel like the anticipation of House of Payne is obviously more than the haves and the have-nots, at least right now. But here's the thing, though, and it goes back to what I've been saying before in my other videos. Even though we are anticipating, Miranda and Calvin meeting up and whatnot, Jasmine's already returned. What then? If the show continues in the same generic laugh track, dragging on to the scenes and plot/story format, I don't see that anticipation remaining too much longer. Because remember, the Paynes bombed on the OWN network. So imagine if the Paynes came on BET, and I'm talking like exactly how it came on OWN, in regards to the original cast being there for a few episodes and then they left, I know fans would have lost their mind. I mean, people are going off right now about the format of the show and everything I just mentioned, the laugh track and everything. But imagine if the OG cast were no longer there. It was just Curtis and Ella. Black Twitter would have ate that show alive. I mean, look at how I was talking about it, and us as a fan, and I want to say in this channel community, we're talking about it. Imagine if it was on the mainstream. My gosh, people would have been dragging it for ages. The only saving grace about House of Payne right now is the fact that you got the original cast back, and that's it. But like I said before, once you get the Calvin and Miranda reunion and you got all the characters together, what is there to hold people what is there to hold people's attention and watch the show? The characters have already made their grand return, but if you're continuing with the lame storytelling, basically treating this like a play, I don't think the ratings are going to remain that high. Like, again, let's what's tonight? Episodes 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. Let's fast forward to like episode 15 and 16. Do you honestly think the ratings are going to be the same, or if not better than they are now? That's one reason I'm keeping my assisted living, whatever. I will keep an eye on assisted living because Brown and Cora are allegedly supposed to return tonight. So I'm interested to see what the ratings will be. I'll say next week, because they are returning allegedly tonight. So if they do return tonight, then it's safe to assume they will be in next week's episode. So I'll be interested to see if next week's ratings are going to be higher due to the presence of Brown and Cora, which honestly I still doubt if they'll be able to save the show. But then again, that's just me. But with the haves and the have-nots, just watching these episodes drag on so much. It's like I said in every review, the show isn't bad. Wait, no, actually, what did I say? The only saving grace about the haves and the have-nots is these aren't great episodes, but they have a couple of intriguing moments in there, like the David backstory with his mother and the whole Vinny. See, Oscar Teray is the actor, and I know him as Oscar now, but I just keep saying Oscar instead of Vinny. Vinny shot Wyatt, and it's like, what? Is he dead? And that's it. If you took those two things away from the episode, there was literally nothing to hold my attention. It was just that bad. But I do think that in terms of what the talking points are, more people are talking about House of Payne than any other show right now. Now, don't get me wrong, Sisters is returning in less than a month, so I can't wait for that return. And no, I still don't know about The Oval or Ruthless in regards to the return dates. Ruthless still has half a season to air on BET+, and, The Oval has season 2 coming eventually. And Ruthless filmed season 2 as well. So, with that being said, that's really all I have to say in this video. But let me know your thoughts. Between House of Payne and Haves and the Have-Nots, even though they're both bad, which one are you I guess I could say when it comes to, each week, which of these two shows are you more interested, intrigued, or excited to watch when they debut? 8 o'clock for both shows, just different nights. Tuesdays, The Haves and Have-Nots, or Wednesdays, House of Payne. Thanks so much for tuning in, and as always, if you'd like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month.